define the RadiKatalist. Trying to find my lane as a musician, a recording artist, an activist, an organizer, and a guy who's looking at 60 years old pretty soon that wants to live a more meaningful, fulfilling, and prosperous life. At this point in my life, I've worked for 40 years now, 40 years as a professional musician, recording artist, producer, instructor, and I've also spent the last 6.5 years, since 50 and a half, being involved in politics. I've run for state legislative seats 3 times in the last 6 years, and I'm currently running to be township committee man for the Merrimack Township in St. Louis County. My motivation for even getting into politics was as a means to try to address the challenges that our family has faced in trying to find and secure supports for victims of domestic violence and neglect. It wasn't because I needed to be more important. I didn't need a position. I'm not trying to find another hobby. It's just out of a desire, a need to better advocate for the needs of our family and folks who face the same kind of challenges that we have. Recently, I discovered that when you do a search for John Keeney, my real name, what comes up is politician, John Keeney. Do a Google search and I'm branded as a politician. And I have to admit that when I saw that for the first time, which was actually recent, I was taken aback because I've never thought of myself, even in the last 6.5 years, as a politician. Never gotten elected. It doesn't pay my bills, and honestly, it was never an aspiration in my entire life. I mean, my entrance into politics has truly been to try to have the opportunity to advocate, from a position of actually having influence for my family and for the challenges that my family, people in our neighborhood, our community, our state, and our country face. Not because I needed a title or because I needed to be important. After decades of effort in being a musician and taking great pride in my craft as a musician, and that being a guitar player, bass player, singer, producer, a performer, etc. It's strange to see that politician label, and maybe it's a small thing, but it's not what I feel in my heart. It is not how I would consider myself as a politician. Activist, organizer, advocate, yes. Politician, no. What I've learned over the last number of years is, quite honestly, the best ways that I have found to be able to get resources for help the people that I have dealt with in crisis has quite honestly been money and lawyers. And so I'm restarting today. It is 424. What is today? 42424. How's that go? April 24th, 2024. And hopefully I'm going to put this out at 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time to restart my life, a new era, post-politics to some extent, to try to reclaim those goals, those aspirations that I had prior to getting involved in politics. It's tough here. It's tough in Missouri. It's a red state, running in red seats where Democrats can't win. But the issues, the challenges remain. Once again, in my experience, the traction I have been able to get, the successes that I've been able to achieve have largely been as a result of having money and paying lawyers. It's unfortunate, and that should not have to be the solution to people's challenges, that they can just spend their way out of it or that they have to get a lawyer that may be expensive to help to get those resources that they may need, or to open a door that was closed before. But that's where we're at. It is April 24th, 2024, 2 p.m. John Keeney, rebranded as a recording artist, an activist, an organizer, someone aspiring to live a more fulfilling, meaningful, productive life as the RadiKatalist. Stick around. Stay tuned.